to the court.
Right.
So we've got
Perfect. So Miss Pugh, Mr. Jeffries has been appointed to represent you. He's just been given, he's trying to get caught up real quickly on all the information and the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Right from the start, you can feel the tension in this courtroom. The judge is trying to explain something pretty simple. Your lawyer just got assigned and needs time, but Miss Pugh is already pushing back. And you can see the judge trying to remain calm, but that patience is being tested immediately.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of the appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
And for your record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today if that's what you want.
This moment right here is where everything shifts. The judge is laying down the rules. Do not talk over me. And honestly, this is not just courtroom etiquette. This is survival in court. When someone starts interrupting before things have even begun, it tells the judge everything about how the rest of this hearing is going to go.
We'll get your case set for trial, and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you're expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so you have to do everything just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury, and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit.
Now, this part is important. The judge isn't being dramatic. Representing yourself in a criminal case is extremely risky. You're expected to know evidence rules, objections, procedures, the stuff lawyers go to school for years to learn. And she's trying to protect the defendant from walking straight into a disaster. But Miss Pugh is still clearly not absorbing any of it.
But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of things couple of options, and we'll go over those as well, okay? So I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law? Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you?
The judge is legally required to ask these questions. It's not optional. She has to make sure the defendant understands the law, the charges, the punishment range. Because once you waive your right to counsel, there's no going back. You're on your own in front of a jury.
Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegations from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you answer out loud just for the record.
Do I understand? No, I don't understand.
What do you not understand about that?
I don't understand, Your Honor.
And this is where things get tough to watch. The judge lays out the punishment, 2 to 10 years. That's serious. But instead of engaging, Miss Pugh keeps repeating, I don't understand. Not asking what she doesn't understand. Not asking for clarification. Just stonewalling the entire process.
So here's the thing. If you want to represent yourself by law, you have to be able to understand these things. Otherwise, I've got to appoint an attorney for you. So you can't just say, I want to represent myself because I don't like the attorney or I don't like the process. This is the process that you're in. You live in Texas, you live in the United States. This is the law that applies to your case. So, what do you not understand about the range of punishment if you're found guilty? And I'd be glad to explain it.
I don't understand because I've never did anything wrong.
That's what a jury's for, right? And so if you say you're not guilty, then you go in front of a jury and they determine after they listen to the evidence if you're guilty or not.
You can actually see the frustration building on the judge's face. This isn't just attitude. This is a legal roadblock. If a defendant cannot understand the basic consequences of a trial, the judge must deny self-representation. Otherwise, the whole trial becomes invalid.
That doesn't have anything to do with if they find you guilty, you understanding that they could send you to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand that part? What are you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that. So, Miss Pugh, it's my understanding I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4.
This is the breaking point. The judge tries one final time to explain the jury and sentencing process. She's giving Miss Pugh every possible chance to show she understands. But the defendant is just not engaging at all, and that's the end of it.
4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case. I don't care what you want at this point. You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff.
And here it is. The judge shuts it down. I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself. She's protecting the fairness of the trial, even if the defendant doesn't see it that way. The bailiff steps in, and the hearing ends almost abruptly.
Welcome to the criminal appointment list.
Yeah, fun, Judge.
This was not meant to be any kind of punishment, I promise. So Mr. Jeffries, get ready like you would. Probably it's going to go straight onto a jury, and we'll just get it figured out that way. All right.
This last moment is actually kind of sad. The judge even reassures the attorney that this isn't punishment. She just had no legal choice. And honestly, it's a reminder that attitude and misunderstanding can be as damaging as evidence in a courtroom.